Hi to hello, my friends. We are live here at 9 o'clock on a beautiful, just an absolutely gorgeous Wednesday morning. The date, I have no idea, but it is Wednesday, and I am excited because today is the last day of administering our magic muffins. Yes, today is the last day of doing our magic muffin administration to Chuck. Thank you all for jumping on this morning. Hi to hello. It's nice to see everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm going to pour me a quick cup of coffee. I said that, a quick cup of coffee. We do have the sun beaming through my windows. What a difference a day makes, huh? Yesterday we woke up to just the most horrific thunderstorms, wind. Now I do think it's still windy out there. That's my coffee. I have to always turn that off because you got, sorry. I don't know how that happened. I hope that you're all okay. Sorry about that. Are we still recording? Whoops. So I do have you sitting on a tripod. Obviously, the tripod is not very well balanced. And you all just took yourselves a tumble. I'm going to go ahead and pour my coffee up. I have not put my creamer in yet. I went and I turned the coffee pot off because I think I told you all yesterday that there's a problem with that coffee maker in the fact that it does not turn itself off. It stays on all day. And so after I left here yesterday, I went back over to Longhorn Lester's and did my daily chores. And then whenever I came back last night, coffee pot's still going. The coffee pot is still going, and that scared me because I thought it could have burnt the darn house down, the RV down. So you live and you learn. So what I did just now, I turned the entire coffee pot off. As soon as I poured this cup of coffee, I turned it off. Now, what I'll probably do is come back inside after we give Chuck his meds, and I'll drink me one more cup of coffee, but it will still be warm enough at that point to drink it. Sorry about that tumble you all took. So what happened was a couple of funny stories. I'll tell you real fast while I'm sipping on my coffee. This is a, you already know about this pump. It's really awesome, but it takes a while to get it warmed up and get it going. So I'm just watching it slowly siphon more cream up, and then we'll pump it again. But so this morning I was watching my dad's live, and I'm interacting a little bit. I'm kind of like interacting about a couple of things here and there. And at some point, I looked over here at the table where I'm sitting, and I saw my Rapid radio. I saw it sitting here. And then I thought to myself, I'm going to find out if this Rapid radio is actually working or not. So I know this is a little bit unbecoming of me, but while my dad is live, I get on my radio and I say, Longhorn Lester here in Livingston, Texas, radio check. On my dad's live, which of course he's way over in Plum Grove, that's 30 miles from here, I could hear my radio cackling in the background, which means my radio is still over there and working. They're ignoring it. They're just ignoring it. My dad just kept on talking during his live and never acknowledged there was a radio cackling in the background with Lester doing a radio check. So what can you do? What can you do? Coffee clinks to you all. I'm hoping that you're off to a beautiful Wednesday. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And then I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but I don't think it should be that disappointing to know that what I've done was went ahead. Where's that empty prescription bottle? I used it as a thumbnail. So we have inserted all of the pills into Chuck's Magic Muffins. And in fact, this will be the very last day of the Magic Muffins. Well, he'll still get muffins, but they're not going to have magical powers. You all know what I mean. Poor Chucky. But we're going to go out and do that here in a couple of minutes. I do believe that the temperatures have kind of cooled off a bit with this front we got yesterday. So I'll be throwing on a hoodie. But not before I show off my Leave Room for Jesus shirt. I got this last night. And we did a couple of gifts and goodies here. It was late. It was 10 o'clock my time whenever I began to open the gifts. I had planned to go live earlier for the folks who are over on the East Coast who may already be in bed. So sorry you guys may have missed it. But I wanted to watch the presidential speech and see how that went. And then I wanted to, I also went ahead and did all the chores. It was very windy, so I knew there was no way to take you outside to do things with me. So I just did my chores alone. I do have 3 girls here with me, Christmas, Trixie, and Stella. And I'm sitting right here watching all 3 of them. Trixie is right here laying in the sun on the concrete here by the RV. Christmas is running around the little middle yard area. And Stella was walking around. I don't see her at the moment, but she is here. All 3 girls are with me. I did not bring Ritzy. And I should probably bring the girls back inside before I go outside. Oh, this is good. Yes, Jamie did record a beautiful and just hilarious video of Brienne after she got her wisdom teeth removed, where she was quite loopy. Jamie gave all that video footage to Brienne, and I do believe she posted that last night. I saw the originals before she edited, and very funny. Very, very funny. So, try the radio again now that your dad's off of his live. I can try, but I've already had my feelings hurt too many times. This is Longhorn Lester from Livingston, Texas. Radio check. Gigi and Pawpaw, I know you hear me. What? Why would they not talk back? Oh, I know why. My mom's mad at me. My mom is mad at me, and I know exactly why. And I'm not going to try to explain it to you all because you're going to take her side. So I will not even go there. Oh, I would love to tell you. Trust me, I would love to tell you. You guys know that I love to tell you everything. But my mom did something that, in my opinion, was very unbecoming. And it upset me greatly. So she and I had some words. And that was less than a week ago. So she's probably still holding a grudge. Lester, put your glasses on. As of right here, I don't need to because I can see. I have the, guys, stop saying the radio is dead. I heard the radio. I heard it with my own ears. If you watch my dad's live, towards the end of his live, when he's talking about Heidi, you can hear my radio cackle through and you can hear it plain as day. Longhorn Lester, Livingston, Texas, radio check. I heard myself while I was watching his live. So stop saying that their radio is dead. Don't believe every narrative that you hear. Okay, well, believe whatever you want to believe then. I'm warning you, don't. Never believe what you see on the internet. Never believe, guys, never believe what you see on your mainstream media or what you see on the internet, because creators, we are creators, and we can create and we can give you, oh boy, let's just go ahead and get off of that. Anyway, I have all of these muffins. We're ready to go out and feed Chuck his final meal as far as his magic muffins go. I do see that he is surrounded by both Rita and Roman. All of our gladiators are off grazing, which is wonderful. Our big cows are off grazing. Everyone's getting their bellies filled. It's a beautiful, just a gorgeous day. We did get some rain yesterday, so it's going to be a little bit wet. And so we're going to have to try to find ways to put my boots on and avoid the mud. What we're going to do is go ahead and put these muffins in the side-by-side. I will leave the side-by-side parked at the gate. I'll walk in, feed Rita and Roman, get them taken care of, and then I will walk back to the gate, get my side-by-side, and go over and take care of... You know what we're going to do? We're not going to drive the side-by-side in the pasture because I don't want to create new ruts. Everything was looking so pretty before the rain. And even though we got rain, as of right now, there's no new ruts. I've not driven on that pasture, either pasture yet. So there are no new ruts to put. All right. So yes, we are going to walk it out. We're going to walk it out. There's no need to be mean about the discussion between me and my mom. Guys, as far as you're concerned, this is between me and my mom. Yeah, I tell you that we're having a little bit of a spiff, but it's none of your concern. I don't have to give you the details, because if I did, like my cup says, I'm right. We can talk about it and you can argue about it, but it will not make a difference because I'm right. All I'm doing is explaining why I am right. Yeah, the worst thing about it, whenever you air dirty laundry on the internet, is that there are some people that love to create even more drama. And so whenever I was the only creator, back in the days when I was the only social media creator, I could tell you every story because you didn't know this person or this one or that one. But then the problem is, and I don't mean it to be a problem, it's not a problem, but it makes it harder to talk about family relations now, because a lot of folks are going to be real fast to jump over to the other member of the family trying to get their take. And people just love the daytime drama that you can create amongst families and family members. But you know what I do? I give you my perspective and my perspective only. Now, I'm sure everyone knows there's always another side to every story. You remember that expression. There's my side, and then there's her side, and then there's the truth. No, but what I have discovered is that there's not a place for some people. You're not able to belong to some channels because you're going to find yourself constantly being torn and pulled, not sure which side to go. And so unless you like that kind of stuff, if you like that kind of stuff, then it is what it is. But that's why I just, what happens in a family stays in a family. Yeah, that's easy for families who don't live in a glass house. That's easy for those who do not live in a glass house. my ears are pretty. My ears are pretty. I got my ears pretty. I also have a little bit of a scratch mark right there. I've been trying to dodge. That's why you see it so shiny. But it is what it is. I put some antibiotic ointment on this morning. Okay, well, I am trying. Now, some of these are going by too quick. I can read without my glasses fine as long as I have a little bit of a distance. Yes, watching our channels is like watching the days of our lives. So listen, so we all talk about PPAT. Even my own mom will acknowledge real fast that she does not want to ever become like her mom in her older days, right? And guys, it doesn't matter how young or how old somebody is. You love them, but you do not have to agree with them on things that they do, or especially things that they say that can be very hurtful. Let's not forget that. And just because someone is older and you may not be on the best of terms, does not mean you have to forgive everything that they say, if in fact they say things that are in fact very hurtful. So the JL South, or Longhorn Lester's, does not have a flooding issue. I think the biggest problem over there is the erosion issues. So we do have erosion. We have that back hill that we've lost quite a few trees on, and there is some erosion. We don't have flooding now that we have all of our ponds in place. The guys who came out, Mr. Jeremy was the guy's name. He's also the guy who owns the feed store where I go. He came out and did a whole lot of working on the ponds. And now all of our water flows to the ponds, which are able to easily flow off of the property back towards the river. You would know that maybe a year or two ago, I did a bridge. I built a bridge. A lot of you guys were around for that project, and that bridge has held up ever since. There is a little bit of erosion around the bridge that we kind of worry about. I think that I've talked about that in a video. There's a little bit of washout behind my bridge, and that does scare me a little bit, and we may eventually have to address that. But the bridge that I built is on our driveway is holding up wonderfully. It allows plenty of water to flow through from one side of the pasture to the other. So I see a lot of you guys are getting high winds today. Boy, I tell you what, it came through here yesterday. This place was rocking, and not in a fun way. We had this RV and the RV cover. There was some rocking. It was kind of scary. I thought the erosion under the bridge was fixed. No, we had plans to get it fixed, and then we had rainy weather come, so they had to put it off and delay that for a while. And so we've never gone back to it. We've never addressed it again. We ended up, there's always things that come up, y'all. We've done other things. Hey, let's talk real fast. You know what? Now's not a good time because I want to show you pictures, and there's no way I can show you pictures. But let's just talk about something right quick. Now, listen, if you're in a rush to go out and feed that bull and get him his muffins, I'm so sorry, but I want to get this off my chest right quick. Listen, and I really am seriously going to read your comments. If I can't read them right this minute, I will absolutely read them a little bit later when I come back in. There's a lady who is she's losing her property. I don't know if it's something that she's doing for downsizing because she's older. She and Jamie are in the ones who are in discussions, and I'm the one who's kind of sitting there trying to play it all out and think about everything financially and everything. But she does have 2 horses. She actually has 3, but she has 2 that she's absolutely trying to move along, and she wants us to have them. So hold on. There's a lot of different conversations in different areas. I don't know why that happens on a live. I feel like there are some folks who are way behind, who are still way back on talking about me dropping you on your head, which is what happened when we first started. There's others who are talking about my parents, and then there's some who are right on track talking about what I'm talking about right now. So I told Jamie, this is my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me. And guys, I never expect that we all agree on everything, you know? I respect the fact that we don't agree on everything. But at the same time, I just ask you to be respectful of other opinions. You know, last night I watched a group of people sit on their hands and refuse to acknowledge, no matter who you are, there are some things that are just right. No matter who you are or where you come from, some things are just right. When it comes to human life and elderly people and soldiers and military and police officers and kids who are sick and those who've lost a child, there are some things that you just cannot refuse to acknowledge because you disagree with the person, the speaker. And I saw a really piss poor taste of disrespect last night in all of that mess. So what I'm trying to tell you all is that we're not that kind of a channel. You don't have to applaud me for things if you don't agree. But at the same time, just understand that it's okay to disagree, y'all. That's normal, but we can disagree in a respectful way. A respectful way. So here's what's going on with the 2 horses. I'm going to tell you right now that neither one of these horses are as big as Roman. He is the biggest horse I've ever seen, but they are of a draft variety. So that means they will be bigger than Rita. Uh-oh, someone goes, I need to go fill up my coffee. This is going to get good. No, but I do want to refill mine. Do I have time? Yes or no's? And that's all I'll take. Here, this will be a really great question. Cup of coffee now or go feed Bull now? Just coffee or Bull? You guys let me know. Coffee or Bull? What do we do right this minute? Because some of y'all may want to leave. So there's a lot of people who are saying, go ahead and fill up the coffee. Let's talk about these horses. Okay, just give me a moment. This will be my second and my last cup. I will not drink 3. I'm going to pour this out, so I'm not tempted to drink a 3rd cup. That's the worst thing for me, is to drink too much coffee, and then I end up having additional shakes. So I'm just going to let this creamer work itself up. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time between cream spurts. And that's how this coffee creamer works. It's a one-shot wonder, y'all. This creamer is a one-shot wonder. One and done is what we always say. I mean, that's a real expression. Yes, and I've learned to work it nice and slow. I've been told. I've already turned off the pot. Okay, I think 3 might be enough. I don't want to overdo the sugar. What I look at is the color. I can tell by the color of the coffee if it's what I'm going to want to drink. And I like it. Can you all see the color of my coffee? That's the color that I like right there. Okay. Many people says I've already refilled mine for the 3rd time. Okay. So what we're doing is talking about 2 horses that are trying to be given to us because the lady says that she, despite the fact she could probably sell these horses, to her it's more important to know where they're going and to know that she'll be able to keep up with them for the rest of her days. Now, picture that for a moment. I think it's the cutest thing I'm watching. Christmas, let me show y'all real fast. Christmas is running and playing. There's Christmas running and playing. Trixie does not care to play. And Stella's like, Christmas, you know I can't run. You know my legs don't work. But Christmas wants someone to chase her so bad. And Stella's trying to play with her. But Stella's legs don't work. Christmas is literally running circles around her. Christmas is running circles around Stella, and Stella's legs don't work. They are having fun on a beautiful day. Okay. So this lady has let Jamie know that there's actually 3 horses, but she says that one of the horses is not very well mannered. And so this is the lady saying this. She does not want us to have additional issues. We already have our Rita, she says. You already have your Rita. So she does not want us to have an additional Rita. Now, she says that she would like us to have these horses, and guys, they are beautiful. They are gorgeous horses. But in her mind, she says she's already at a point in her life where she doesn't need money. What she needs is a way to know that her horses are going to a wonderful home. And with us, she'll be able to watch them and keep up with them for the rest of her days. And so here's my thing. And this is where the dilemma starts. You ready to hear this? Here we go. I do not think there's enough grass at the other Longhorn Lester property to have 2 more big horses. Honestly, I don't think that there is. There are people who are going to say that there's plenty of horses on dry lots who are sustained by enough grain and hay and they could be fine that way. But I don't want to see Longhorn Lesters turned into a dust bowl where horses are all on dry lot. What that means is if these horses do come, they'll have to come here to the JL Ranch North property where we're sitting today. They would have to go into the pasture with Rita and Roman. Now, the problem with that is I have a personal thing where I really like the dynamic with Rita and Roman. I do. I just really like the Rita and Roman dynamic. I think that Rita is a spitfire. She's energetic, young, full of life. And these other horses are older. They're not like her. They're more like Roman with their demeanor, just slow. They're very healthy guys, and they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. What I will do whenever I'm done with this live is I will somehow find a way to post a picture. Maybe I'll put their picture in the thumbnail of this live instead of me with these darn muffins. And you'll see for yourself what we're talking about here. 2 beautiful horses. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we're not the kind of people who go out there and ride horses every day. Let's just say that I'm already also retired. I've done my fair share of horse riding. To me, with my shoulder and with my knee, it's a little bit harder for me to put a saddle up and put a saddle on, take that saddle off, and I don't have the dream or the fantasy, you might say, of riding across the reins with my hair blowing in the wind. I don't fantasize about stuff like that. That's not me. Now, there may have been a time in my life when it was more fun. I see that my nephew Jake is really enjoying, for the first time in his life, the joys of riding and running with horses. But I've done that. I've been there and I've done that. And to me, horse riding is something that I can do. But I'm going to say this, it's not really my passion. Guys, it's not my passion. And what my passion is more of a relaxed, go out and feed the horses, love on them. And then, I'm doing stuff with Rita because I know it has to be done. I'm not going to hire somebody to come by and work with Rita, even though that's something a lot of people demand. I'm not going to hire somebody to come by and work with Rita because I enjoy working with Rita. But I'm going to say that I work with Rita because I know I have to so as I don't ruin her. I don't want to ruin a good horse. So I do work with her. And I've also made Rita kind of a personal challenge. I've challenged myself to be able to work with Rita enough to get her to be able to ride and rope. I know, I keep pushing myself. I want to learn to and teach Rita that let me rope off of her. I don't plan on ever actually roping anything. I just want to, that's become a challenge of mine, to work with Rita, spicy Rita enough to, and then I have to lose enough weight to be able to get on her back, ride her around, get my rope from her back, and just make a really good horse out of her. I will not be giving any horses away. You can hush it up or go somewhere else. I am tired of all that mess. I'm tired of that mess. I'm not giving any horses away. And for obvious reasons. I want you to think about what you're saying, sweet lady. The places you're asking horses to go have no shelter for their horses. They're still just, we're just going to stop on all of that. I do not think that a horse has to be ridden and raced and everything else to fulfill a purpose. If that's what the rider does, then I will not knock that. But I will not be I will never send Rita away to anybody. If you keep insisting on that, then you really are on the wrong page. Rita's not leaving here. Okay. Someone says, Lester, put your pretty ears up. Once we take on a rescue, we will try as hard as we can to keep that rescue. They're not always easy. Let's take Carl, for example. Carl is not easy. But we know that Carl has no options. The only other option for Carl is to be processed. And I'm not going to send Carl off to be processed, okay? And it's like Chuck. I know Chuck is not going to be easy. He's already cost us a chunk of money with our A&M visit, but Chuck is a rescue who we're very happy to have, and I think that eventually Chuck will work out to be a wonderful addition to our Longhorn family as far as being the Uncle Chuck. But he's not going anywhere because I know that for Chuck to be headed off somewhere, that usually means he'll end up for slaughter. And we're not going to do that, y'all. We're not. Now, I know that sending off Rita to somewhere is not going to put her to slaughter. No, it's not. But it's going to send off a sweet girl who loves us and who loves her life and who's enjoying her life. And we're not doing that. And then I love Rita. Roman is in retirement, so there's no need to put ropes and halters and things around Roman. It'd be easy if we could move him around a little bit easier, but we have made a very large investment, and I say we, meaning you and I, the folks who watch the videos and put up with the annoying ads, the people who are the paying members who give us a couple of dollars a month on both Facebook and YouTube. We've made a very large investment to give Roman a wonderful retirement home. It's a wonderful retirement home. And if you saw the video yesterday, you saw him enjoying himself in the barn, the stalls of the barn, in the stables during a very windy thunderstorm. And he was completely dry. So we'll go ahead and squash that right quick. I don't mean to jump on down anyone's throat, but we're not moving Rita anywhere. We're not moving Roman anywhere. So that's not going to happen. Okay, so anyway, so no, oh my God. That That's one of those ladybugs. I thought that was a piece of a muffin, and I was going to pick it up and put it with my muffins, and I pick it up, and it went to flapping around on my fingers. These ladybugs, they're not really ladybugs. This does not look like a ladybug. Do y'all see that? It looks kind of like a ladybug, and it acts like a ladybug, but it's not. And it was laying it was on the table right here beside me. And so I looked down just casual. I thought it was a piece of muffin. So I was going to pick it up and put it with the muffins. I pick it up, and all of a sudden the wings go, and it scared me to death. Sweet ladybug, I'm going to toss you out the door. Come on, girls, come in. Come on, girls. Stella, can you come in, sweetie? Come on, look. Oh, there you go. Good girl. Your legs are working wonderful today, sweetie. All right, so I've called the girls in. That means I can go outside and not have the girls follow me. That's called in Japanese or an Asian beetle is what everyone is saying. They bite. Huh! Well, I'm so glad it didn't get a hold of me. So anyway, so the question that we're talking about is, do we even consider adding 2 more horses to this property? And that is kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. Here's what I'm going to say. I do think that the 16 acres that our 2 horses are on could very easily accommodate two more large horses along with the donkeys. Donkeys don't eat much, horses eat more, but we are blessed in the fact that we do provide hay, dry hay. We also provide alfalfa, which is a green hay. We plant ryegrass seed, and we have just pastures that stay green year-round. So I'm not concerned with the financial part of it. Don't worry, Lester. I am very in tune with my finances, with bills. And I think I told you guys in a recent video, the only really big thing that I want to get done here as far as a big job is to get a pond dug in this front pasture for the gladiators. So I'm not concerned with the financial part of taking on 2 horses. Someone says, go with your heart. Well, you are my heart. You are my heart. So what I need really is your opinions with explanation. So your opinion with explanation. That's really what I'm looking for. And so I think that what I can kind of do is think about that and go with that. Because I think I need to hear, it's like if we were sitting having coffee somewhere, which we are, and we like to have two-way conversations. Two-way conversations. The risk of moving them here is going to be a change in the dynamic of the Rita and Roman dynamic. I do think there would be a change in the dynamic. Now, I remember, guys, we can't say it's always for the worst. We have some dynamics that actually improve, and we've had some dynamics that don't work out as well. Taking Rita off of the pasture with those other horses at Jamie's was a good move. Moving Rita with Roman was a wonderful move. So sometimes a change in dynamic is actually a good thing. So that's what I'm going to be looking for today when I read through the comments, is just kind of what you guys think about the possibilities of adding 2 more horses here. The lady is in San Antonio, which is a 2.5-hour drive. So it's not a long transport from some other state. I think that what we would probably do is Jamie and I would drive there ourselves to meet this sweet lady and to meet these wonderful horses. And then at that point, that would tell us a whole lot. I'll be happy to take you guys along with me, let you meet them with us. And that might be even a bigger help in deciding on where to go from here. But here's what I'm going to tell you about Jamie. And this is the same way a lot of people do. Have y'all ever seen that fever people can get, like when they're car shopping, or when they're house shopping, or when you're antique shopping, or when you're shopping for anything? Sometimes you can get kind of this weird fever, and it can take over, and before you know it, you're not making very rational decisions. And so I think that for the most part, I don't get that. I can still keep things, for the most part. I know I've done some rash decision making. Yeah, remember the Hummer? Remember the Hummer? That was a rash decision that I did not think myself through. That was not a good decision. But you know, we all live and learn, right? But I think for the most part, when it comes to animals, I'm really good about thinking about long term. And the Hummer was cool, but it cost me more money than it was worth, and it did not get used. It was very similar to the Argo. There's just not really a place to get in and drive the Hummer. There was no AC, there was no heater. Your windshield wipers did this. If you drove it in the rain, you had no windshield, or you had no window, so rain would pour in on you. If you drove it in the cold, you're sitting there hunched up, freezing with the hoodie on, and you're just freezing to death. No heater. And if it was raining, not only is the wind blowing on you, but your windshield wipers would only go. So that Hummer was very similar to what people who buy a motorcycle. A lot of guys get to a certain age and they want to have that Harley. They want to have that street bike. And they go out and they spend $10,000 on a motorcycle. And then they realize that it's fun to drive on certain days of spring. It's fun to drive on certain days of the fall. But for the most part, through the heat of the summer and the cold of the winter, it just sits there. Good for nothing. And that's how that Hummer was. Most days, it would just sit there. So I could not handle it. And so I finally was able to sell it to the guy who built it, which worked out great for him because I know what he did. He probably turned around and sold it for probably double what he paid me for it. It is what it is. Daniel Arms wanted it. Arms family wanted it bad. He wanted it real bad. And we almost worked out a deal, but we ended up going a different direction. I went with where I could get the most money for it, and that's the route that I went. Motorcycles are a lifestyle. My son always drives one. I also had a motorcycle in my younger days, but my motorcycle was seasonal. You have to have a vehicle with it because you cannot drive a bike to work or other places if it's rainy, if it's storming, if it's, blistering cold, or if it's heat of the summer and the humidity is where you're just drenched with sweat. Okay, so anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head on out with you now to feed up. I've already drank 2 cups of coffee. No. Take that back. Whoever said that our stable flooded, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. Our stable, our feed room, and our tack room did not flood. That's a big, huge over-exaggeration. I'm going to buy some caulk today, and I will go along and I will caulk the bottom, and I will prevent that water from blowing under. So it did not flood. That's a very huge miscalculation. What you mean to say is we had some water blow under, and that happens to a lot of structures, y'all. This was not built like a home, so don't even go there. I'm gonna go get some black caulk or maybe white caulk. I'm not real sure whichever one I think can fill the gap. And I will absolutely come back over here and I'll get to work on that. Today would be a great day for that. I just have other jobs I want to do. And I want to make sure I show you guys what I'm working on at the other property. So I have jobs to do today. But yes, it has to be silicone caulk. I don't want to do the spray foam because I know that spray foam is hard to control and I don't want to have all that stuff bubbling out around it. I do believe that we'll just use caulk. I can't read what you're saying now. It's going too fast. Say it 5 times. Say it 5 times. I think I know where you're trying to go with that, and I'm not going to do that because I can only imagine how it's probably going to sound, and I don't want to get myself kicked off of the internet, okay? Someone says you could try Flex Seal. That might be a good idea because Flex Seal does come in a silicone style spray can, and what I'm going to do is just walk along the bottom from the inside, maybe the outside too, and just make it where water cannot blow under. We don't want water to blow under. Guys, yesterday's storm was severe. We don't get those kind of rains every time it rains. So I'm not concerned. Outside, in. I don't know what you mean. So start from the outside and let it work underneath to go in. Yes, they do make black caulk. Well, I think that the black caulk and white caulk are made for different reasons and different purposes. They also have clear caulk, yes. I'm trying to guzzle as fast as I can. Wow, the comments are flying by really fast. I'm trying to catch 1 or 2 here or there, and they're just going by so fast. Someone says, why am I laughing? I wasn't laughing. So someone here is in Tomball. Debbie reminds you all that she lives in Tomball and the rain and the wind was awful. That's just what I'm trying to say, friends, is that if you're going to evaluate the workmanship of that stable based on what you saw yesterday, that's unfair. Because we all, living here in Texas, we all know that every home is going to leak during a hurricane because you don't have your normal rain. When you have your wind, it pushes your rain directional. And so you don't have a normal rain that's going to run off and flow. You have this kind of rain. And remember, it rained, the wind was pushing from the west, pushing it right inside the main door of the stable. And it was hitting that wall, going down that wall, and then the wind was pushing it sideways underneath. So that's very unfair to say that the feed room and the stall and the tack room flooded. They had a water. They had some water. But I'm going to put pallets in there for the feed to go on. I'll put pallets in there for the hay to go on. And then I will start stacking the feed and the hay on top of pallets. And then I'll go by today and get some black caulk and some white caulk for sure, or the Flex Seal, whatever. And then whichever one has the bigger tip, I think the black caulk has a bigger tip. We'll fill the big spaces with the black caulk, and then we'll fill the small spaces with the white caulk. So. What did that say? They want to ask about the rescue horses. Are we back to can we just go feed real fast? I almost had you for an hour, and that's a huge no-no. All right, let's just go feed. Turning you around. Sweetie, you're going to stay right there on the floor, okay? Because you're a good girl. Oh, no, somebody has your toy. Somebody has your toy. I see someone with your toy. You don't have any toys. You only want to... Someone has your toy, sweetie. Where are you going with her toy? Trixie just grabbed Stella's toy. Look. Okay. Let's go out there and feed the old Chucksmeister. The old Chuckster. And then we'll be back. I'm going to throw, you know what? I'm going to do it fast. Guys, I'm going to put on a sweater right quick. Give me one moment. I will turn you facing outside so you can see what a pretty day it is. We're about to go out there on this beautiful day. I'm going to throw on a hoodie so I can stay a little bit warmer, even though I am wearing shorts. All right. All right, you girls are going to stay right here. I am not taking any glasses with me, so I will not be answering any more questions that I can't see. No, 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 no. Stay back. Stay back. You're not going because you're going to only get me in trouble. I do not want any dogs out here. I'm leaving the dogs in, not because I'm mad at them, but because I don't want to have issues. Oh, my muffins are in there on the table. Oh, no. Back, 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 back. No, Stella, 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 get back in there. Stella, Stella, you're the world's worst. Get back in there. Go, go, go. Get in there. Don't act like that, Stella. You're not in trouble. You're not going outside. You're going to get yourself hurt. Gosh, Stella. Stella, you're going to get yourself hurt. No, you're not going. See, that's why I don't like them sometimes. No, ma'am. You stay right there, Stella. Oh, God. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to see that. But I don't want Stella out here. For anyone who's wondering why I do not want Stella out and about, it's because Stella can get herself into trouble. I do believe I have Muffins already on the side-by-side. Boy, Stella was trying to fight her way out, wasn't she? Stella's like, I want to go. I want to go. But Stella would end up going inside that pasture and having Rita chase her around. And that would be horrible. I know you hear the wind. I do too. Very windy day. So windy. This is the last day of Chuck's Magic Muffins. And we're excited about that because tomorrow morning, live, you and I will be letting him out. Yes, I will wait till tomorrow morning when I go live, and you and I together will open the gates and let Chuck back out onto the pastures. And we'll be able to see how everybody treats him. We're going to hope that everyone treats him nicely and does not give him a hard time. But he's taken this will be his 5th day of his pain and his inflammation meds. Oh, y'all want to say hi to Barnadette right quick? Come here, sweetie. Where you at, sweet baby? Are you in here? So Barnadette is not in here. Sweetie! Kitty, 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 kitty! Kitty, 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 kitty! Guys, remember, as a barn cat, you don't always see them. You don't always see a barn cat. They come to you when they want to come to you. Sometimes she hangs out here on the hay. I don't see her. Kitty, 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 kitty. How much do y'all want to bet that Barnadette's going to have her kittens over there in that other RV? The RV that sits across from our pasture. I guarantee you she's going to. Because I've seen her come from there a lot of times. So I know that she has a way to get up into that RV. And I have a feeling that's where she's going to have those babies. And what that means is I'm going to have to go in that old-ass RV to get those babies out of there. If y'all think I should do that. I hope that she'll have them here, but there's just no guarantee. She's going to have those babies wherever she feels it's safer to have them. And then I also talked about how I'm not going to entrap her and make her stay in our little feed room. I don't think that's fair. So There's not a whole lot of standing water, which is great, but I'm still not going to drive across there. Hi, Rita. Hello, sweet baby. Hello, Mr. Roman. I got some muffins for you guys. Yes, I do. Hello, hello, hello. Roman. Mr. Roman goes first. Look at his nose. Who got a dirty nose? He got a dirty nose. Hey, sweetie, you got a pretty nose. Roman has been eating on the protein lick. He sure has. You've been having some protein lick? There you go, Rita. All right, Roman. There you go, buddy. Okay, let's go in there and drop you off some feed. I will need this. I will need my bucket. And I'm also taking me a spanky stick. I got a spanky stick. Y'all might want to look out. I mean business. Rita's like, oh, great. I gotta behave. Back up. Everyone treats me different when I carry my spanky stick. Look out, sir. Look out, sir. Look out, buddy. Okay, back up. Rita, we're gonna back it up, sweetie. Roman, back. Y'all have to back it up, okay? Rita, why don't you just run to the barn, sweetie? Why don't you just run to the barn, baby? Rita, come on, sweetie. Roman's coming. Rita's gonna check around with the gate for a little bit and try to find her way out. I'm coming, Chuck. Here she comes. Come on, buddy. Let's just go eat, okay? I know you have to be hungry. Rita, don't come running up behind me. Rita's gonna come running up behind me, I'm afraid. Where's she at? There she is. Rita, don't come scare Roman. If she scares him, he's gonna push right over me. Just be sweet, Rita. I got a spanky stick in my hand. She wants to be sweet. She just, sometimes the devil gets into her. And, yeah. I want to show y'all something. Look right there at that garage door. You can see that there's plenty of space for water to blow under it. So I'm not so concerned as some of you guys are about a little bit of water in our feed room. And by now, look, it's all dry. Roman, I'll be right back. By now, the feed room is all dry. So no matter how it looked yesterday, it's not that way today. Look. Now, I know it's dirty. It's kind of dirty in here because I haven't really cleaned, but I stacked all of the feed up on top of the hay yesterday. That's just trash feed, but this is the good feed. And I will go ahead and get that poured now, if y'all give me a moment. Please don't judge how I'm dressed. Are y'all judging? Oh, yeah. Hi, sweetie. Please don't judge. I just saw Rita's nose peek under here. Hey, sweetie, I see you. Hi, sweet baby. I'm watching you. I'm gonna sneak out of here real fast and go feed Roman so she'll never know. Oh, there she is. Back up, Roman. Rita, put your ears pretty. Roman, back up, sir. Roman and Rita. Y'all back up. Let Daddy pour the feed. Let Daddy pour the feed. Easy. Here, sweetie, put your ears pretty so I can put you some feed. Rita, put your ears pretty so I can put some feed for you, love. No one can eat with ears down like that, sweetie. Your ears got to be up and pretty before you can eat. No one enjoys a meal in a bad mood. Hey, Chuckies. Hi, buddy. Hey, Mr. Chuck. We're coming over there, buddy. We're going to make our way over to Chuck as soon as I drop off a little bit of hay for Rita and Roman. Remember, we're not judging here, friends. Y'all just stay right there and I'll be right back. Here's some hay. Look. Here's some hay for you, buddy. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is go feed Chuck real fast. We're going to get him his muffins, and then I'll come back and get him his grain and his green hay. All right? So I'm happy that you all saw that whatever rain did blow into the feed room yesterday has now drained right back out. Like I said, that's a blowing rain. And sometimes blowing rains do come in sideways, and you cannot prevent that. But I've already told you guys earlier in the live what I'll do to try to prevent it for next time. So, yeah. All right. Beautiful sunny day today. And I do believe that I'm going to be able to get my grass seed planted. I don't like that standing water right there, but I do believe I can plant my grass seed all across here. And we're going to have a few days of sun. Let that grass seed set here on this wet soil. And I can hopefully get some grass to pop out here pretty soon. At least we hope so. Let's go give these to Chuckers. I'll leave the gate open. I'll be right back with my side-by-side. No, I'm not going to be right back either, am I? I have to feed Chuck first. I will not be back, and I cannot drive my side-by-side over. Here we go. Who's been paying attention? Why can I not drive my side-by-side over to feed Chuck and Rita? Who's been listening? Why am I not able to drive my side-by-side over to feed? Okay, if you're saying ruts, you are correct. If you're saying ruts, you are correct. The mud is not really the issue. The fact that I would be putting ruts in the mud is the issue. I do not want to create new ruts. I came out and smoothed all the ruts out. So besides a few spots where Rita and Roman have been walking, there's no ruts. They've all been smoothed over. And if I drive across here with the tractor, the truck, or the side-by-side, I'll create new ruts. And we don't want to have that. Hey, bud. Hi, handsome. Well, how you look so good. You look like you're feeling so darn good today, okay? And he's like, yes, tomorrow's my last day. This is the last day of being in jail, buddy. Don't drop that. Today's the last day of being locked up, sir. Today's the last day. And tomorrow you're a free man. Oh, boy, he cannot wait to be a free man. He's like, I've been locked up too long. I'm ready to be a free man. I know you are. He's going to be a free man. Oh, no, Chuck, if we don't want to lose anything. Oh, I'm lucky. Look here. That was one with no pills in it. Remember how I put pills in some, but not in all of them? So he doesn't get a false sense of aftertaste and get scared of all the muffins. Hey, boy, he's a good boy. Everybody loves him some Chucky Poos. The old Chuckmeister. The old Chuck Steer. Here you go. Oh, boy, only 2 more, buddy. Only 2 more. And then I have to go get his actual grain. There you go. He has done it, y'all. Chuck has taken all of his meds. Yay for Chuck. He's taken all of his meds. I think that we all can think back to our children who we've had over the years, who some were easy to take meds and some were not very easy. Some took meds so easily and some did not. That white feed trough is so close to the fence, I can pour it straight over. All right, I'm going to take this with me, put this in my trash can, which my trash can right now is only an empty feed bag. I will bring Chuck some grain over, and then I will toss him some green hay. Rita and Roman are fine. And at that point, I will be, waters are all good. I did the waters last night. So waters are all fine. And then I'll be able to head over and do the jobs I want to get done at the other property. I encourage you guys to watch the videos today where you will see the progress I've made on the chicken area, the chicken coop area. I just want to look in here real fast. So looky here, no water came through here yesterday. No water came into this room whatsoever. I do believe the water only came in here because of the garage door. I do believe that's how the water came in here through the garage door yesterday. So I may not need as much caulk as what you thought I might. All right, you guys coming with me? I'm gonna hold this under one arm, pick up that bucket with the other, and we're gonna walk our way out here. I'm gonna put my hand under there. All right, here we go. Let's go feed Chuckers. All right. Oh boy, Chuck is ready to eat. He's like, bring on the grains. So I may attempt today to move Tex off the pasture because I'm pretty sure he's already tagged Santana. And that means that there will be no cows on that entire pasture who are going to come in heat. They're in fact all bred. And if that's the case, it'll be a great time for Chuck to become the uncle that we all know he can be. So, but at the same time, I tried to do that yesterday, and Tex, he talked like he wanted to, but I could not get him to actually carry through with it. Chuck loves him some green alfalfa, y'all. There you go, Chuckers. And now I have to try to pour this right down in the... Chuck, move your head, buddy. Chuck, move your head. All right, well, there you go. Chuck, there's grain all over your head. Sorry, Chuck. Sorry, buddy. Guys, sorry. Chuck, people are gonna laugh at you. Guys, we love him, okay? Sweet boy, we just love him so much. We love him so much, y'all. We love him. Don't laugh. He was just really excited about eating. Now he spilt some of his grain from bouncing off his head. Okay. Chuck has lost some weight, but he's still fine. That's very normal, y'all. What he's been through with the transport, the procedure, being brought back, put into a small lot, no green grass to eat. He's lost a little bit of weight, but he's not at a point where I'm concerned about him at all, not one bit. I am going to walk around this backside and have a quick peek at his procedure just to make sure there's no bleeding and there's no pus. And I give you my word that there's none. It is kind of an open wound where you can see a little bit of drainage, but there's nothing that I need to be alarmed of. There's nothing to report back to the vet. And tomorrow morning, when we go live, and we will go live tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock Central, I will be feeding Chuck first. I'll give him some muffins without meds. I'll feed him, and I'll also open his gate where he will be released back into the pasture with all of our longhorns, our adult longhorns. Friends, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. We are so very blessed to have you. And what we'll do is catch you guys on the next video.